Congratulations, Gary. A
Yeah.
fantastic win and a fantastic performance.
Yeah, all round. Great day. Great day for everybody connected at Woking Football Club. I think they should be proud today as much as we turn round, and I'm the first, I think everybody knows that, to be very honest and not look for excuses when we're inconsistent in respect of sometimes performances, sometimes results. But, you know, a big test to come to Barnet and get a result, and to win here today 3-1, deservedly so, with a very good following from our supporters in large numbers, and I think a display and the goals of quality, it certainly made it a good weekend for us all, yeah.
And first half, Gary, a bit of a sort of an uneven first half really, where Barnet sort of huffed and puffed quite a lot, and Marsh Brown was their real danger out on the right, and yet you found yourself 2 goals to the good. One of them was a penalty, which seemed to be hotly disputed by Barnet. What was your view on the penalty?
Well, to be fair, where I'm standing, of course, like, you know, I tend to look at my player, and like I say, I thought that the ball got knocked into the far area of the penalty box, and by Adam Newton, and John Goddard definitely got there first. He certainly looked to me that he caught, you know, good connection with the ball, and then I see the keeper hit him at that time, and there was no doubt. I said to Tomo at the time, I said it's a penalty. He said, well, I said it's a penalty. Tomo's appealing for a corner, and I'm appealing for a penalty, so I think I better start giving him my glasses to wear.
Well, maybe Mick Phillips as well, our cameraman, because he didn't think it was a penalty either.
No, well, I did, like I say, you know, and sometimes things go for you, some things don't, you know, and that's part and parcel. But, you know, I felt that the way they had their first half in respect of possession-wise, they didn't really hurt us. I think we kept our shape very well, and, you know, we made it hard for them to try and break us down. Very similar to the Gateshead game. They're a footballing side, Barnet, very similar side, Gateshead, and I think we gained a lot of confidence after the win the other week at Gateshead, and our game plan to go work today. We're a little bit restricted on availability of players. We've had to change 1 or 2 things around today, and we've done them, and we've had 1 or 2 players who've played today who are 100% fit. But, you know, when you get that cushion and get in front, and you've got a great base of supporters behind you, it can take you to a level where you need to be sometimes. And second half, I felt that there was several times that we had opportunities to make it 3-4, 5-1. We really did, and at 2-1 you're always worried then about a counter-attack at the end. But no, I think the final and the third goal was a quality goal which finished a great team performance all round.
And Gary, what was the feeling at half-time? Was it that if you could just sort of keep them at bay early on, with the pace that you've got in the side, you might be able to hit them hard on the break?
Well, I think so. I thought we did say that, you know, the first 15-20 minutes of the second half would be an hard, you know, period for us to answer questions, and you must stop Barnet from playing from the back, and you've got to frustrate them there, and I think the longer you can do that and you're winning the game at 2-1, there's going to be more gaps appear, because they're going to lose their discipline. They're going to start taking chances, which they did. But as I say, I'm pleased to say got the third goal. We made hard work of it really at the end of the day in respect of getting that third goal after so many chances. But as I say, to come to win at Barnet 3-1 and go up the Gateshead and win 2-0 and go to Halifax and beat them, be the only team to win there this year at the Shea. You know, on our day, John, we're a very tough side to beat, and we proved that. It is frustrating. I can understand it. It is for me more than anybody. I think that, you know, you can see some results and then not others. That's where the league is really, apart from Luton and Cambridge, that it's a league which you could land up, you know, sitting in the top 8 or 10 or in the bottom 4 or 5 if you're not turning around and taking your chances or consistent enough. It's that sort of league. Like someone said to me earlier tonight, well, you're 12 points off the bottom 4 now, and I look at the other end and say, well, you're 9 points off the top 5. So where are you, John?
Well, I don't know, Gary. Somewhere in the middle of the table, and at least not looking, you know, down at the bottom. And I mean, why do you think we have this inconsistency, Gary? Because as you say, we can play so well at times, and then go to somewhere like Dartford and get thumped.
Well, I think the Dartford game was a completely different thing, to be fair, John. I think we were totally in charge of the match there, and we got a player sent off, and you know, it changed the complexion of the game and the result totally, you know, in the sense there. But you know, I think you get that little bit of inconsistency where sometimes you have to look at the factor that you are part-time. Some players do have to get up early hours of the day and to go work, and their workload is different some weeks to others. You don't know. You can't turn around and run around London watching them or going here, there and everywhere to see what they're up to. But you can only turn around and you know, do what you think is right. But you know, I think that you know, it's 3 years we've been in charge now, me and Steve Thompson, and I think we've come a long way as a club. in every way or form. I think that you know, we're all level-headed at the football club, and it's that sensibility now that we're a woking football club, which is trying to get stability, build for the future. Hopefully that we can do that, me and Steve Thompson at the helm, and I'm sure that in time that the club will hopefully get, you know, means and ways of getting financing to make us, you know, a football club which can be in an area where we can compete on a level playing field against probably, you know, 16 full-time clubs, 14 ex-Football League clubs, and not be one of the part-time clubs there who are hanging in to stay in the Conference League each year. You know, you look at the Premier League and really, different names but same kind of circumstances, you have to look at us at times, and I've said it to yourself and other people, look, we're a little bit like a Crystal Palace or a Norwich or a West Brom or a Sunderland. You know, when you see the big guns where, you know, you've got the top clubs in the Premiership, you've got the top clubs who pay strong money in the Conference League. Our number one aim, John, is getting younger players and players at the football club who are committed to gain that experience to build for the future till either I, yourself or someone else wins the lottery.
I wish. And tremendous travelling support today. I think we had over 250 fans, and they really got behind the team, didn't they? John,
they've always been good. You know, in 3 years that, as I say, me and Steve Thompson have worked together, they've been understanding. I think they are aware of certain things that go on. That's why I love doing these interviews, because I will always turn around and be honest, and I think that the supporters like a bit of honesty in every way. We don't look for excuses, but we've got a great relationship with the supporters here, and you know, they got behind the team today from the first minute to the last minute. The reception the players got and the staff got at the end of the game, I was very proud of, and I'm sure that everyone's driving around the M25 very pleased tonight.
And lastly, Southport at home on Saturday, a team really on a bit of a revival at the moment under new manager John Coleman.
Well, he knows the game, that's for sure. He's won the Conference League with Accrington Stanley, and they fetched him in to do a job. And he's a good manager, John. Got a lot of experience, got a lot of good contacts, knows how the game's got to be played in the conference. He's got a proven record, and he will make it tough for us next week. We've got to make it tough for Southport, you know, and it's that sort of league, as we say, that if you can go and get, you know, a few more results over the last 11 games, there's 33 points to play for, gain a little bit more momentum. You know, we can look at one say and say to ourselves, well, we could land up in an area where we didn't expect for the pluses, or we could land up in an area where we don't want to be. So, you know, it'd be tough, and it'd be a big game next week.
Lovely, thank you very much, Gary. Enjoy your evening.
Cheers, lovely.